Hello, everybody. Ryan Romano here. I'm a proud fan and supporter of Mission Pro Wrestling, and they have another awesome show coming up on December 11th. It is Run It Back. It's going to be at Pinballz Kingdom in Buda, Texas, and it will be streaming live on the Title Match Network. And I cannot wait to sit in front of my laptop in the privacy of my own home to watch this show. I wish I could be there, but I can't. And I just want to, as a fan, I'm not a reviewer, I'm not an interviewer, I just want to share my predictions for what I think is going to happen at this show. There are 9 matches on this card. It is going to be a fantastic show. Tournament Out of Hell was amazing. I was there for that one. I'm very thankful to Thunder Rosa and her entire team for the love and appreciation that I got at that show. And I'm making this video as just another way of showing my appreciation to them, and just another way that I can promote the show on social media and share it with everybody. So I'm going to go through the card. I have my results from the polls that I've been conducting over the last few weeks, and I'm going to share those with you as well. So without any further ado, let me get started. The first match is Kimberly versus Killer Kelly. And I know that Kimberly and Killer Kelly had a match on Impact Wrestling a couple of weeks ago, and Kimberly came out on top of that one. I know Kimberly is currently the Shimmer champion, and I'm not too familiar with Killer Kelly, but she scared me. Killer Kelly was very intimidating in that match, and even though my poll has Kimberly winning at 66.7%, I am picking Killer Kelly to come out on top over Kimberly at Run It Back. I think it's going to be a very physical match, and I think it's going to have a lot of people talking. We have a tag team match. Jenna Lynn and Aaliyah Mia taking on the team of Skylar Slice and Kalista. I am not really familiar with any of these ladies except Jenna Lynn. I had the privilege of meeting Jenna Lynn and seeing her perform live at Tournament Out of Hell. She came up short against Maddie Rankowski, but she's got a very wonderful presence in the ring. She comes out to that song, "Everybody Was Kung Fu Fighting," and I really love that. And Jenna Lynn is a very talented wrestler, and I know all these wrestlers on the whoever is asked to come to Mission Pro Wrestling, they're all very talented ladies. But this is going to be the first time I'm going to see Aaliyah Mia Sweets, Skylar Slice, and Kalista in the ring. So it's going to be a very interesting experience for me as a fan. My poll had Skylar Slice and Kalista winning at 52.4%, so this one was a very close one. I'm going to go against my poll, and I'm going to pick the team of Jenna and Aaliyah Mia to come on top in this tag team match. We have my all-time favorite wrestler, Thunder Rosa, going one-on-one with the Queen of Texas Wrestling, Baby D. This is going to be Baby D's final match, and I know it's going to be a very emotional one for everybody who is near and dear to Baby D, and it's going to be emotional for the fans who have been following Baby D from the very beginning. Heck, I might even get emotional at home while I'm watching on my laptop. Thunder Rosa, on my poll, is the winner at 83.3%, and she's my pick as well. She's my all-time favorite wrestler. You know, I'm going to go with Thunder Rosa as well. But you know what? If Baby D comes out on top of this one, I am not going to be disappointed at all. What a way for her to go. There's nobody better, in my opinion, for Baby D to wrestle in her last match than La Mera Mera Thunder Rosa. Miranda Gordy defends the SWE Fury Women's title against Killer Kate. Miranda Gordy on my poll won. It's going to be the winner. That's what the people who took the poll say. She won by a 78.9% margin. Miranda Gordy, I've seen her matches with people like Alex Gracia, Baby D, Christy Janes, and I also saw Killer Kate team with Promise Braxton at Hell Hath No Fury, Mission Pro Wrestling Hell Hath No Fury. They won. They beat the team of Vert Vixen and Jenna Lynn. Killer Kelly, not Killer Kelly, Killer Kate, I know is a submission specialist. and she won the match for her team by making Jenna Lynn tap out. And I'm going against my poll on this one as well. I see Killer Kate walking out as the new SWE Fury Women's Champion. So we're going to see what happens with that. We've got Genocide. She's had 2 very dominant performances at the last 2 Mission Pro Wrestling shows against Roxy and the Woad. Genocide is going to go and take on the Elevate Pro and SOAR Wrestling Women's Champion, Amber Rodriguez. I know Amber Rodriguez has other gold as well, but those are the 2 that I am most familiar with, Elevate Pro and SOAR Championship Wrestling. So they got a one-on-one match. It's a non-title match, and on my poll, Genocide is the winner at 83.3%, and I'm going with Genocide as well. She is 2-0 at Mission Pro Wrestling shows, and hopefully we're not going to have what happened a few months back when Amber Rodriguez took on Vert Vixen, and Miss Brittany Nicole is going to get off her commentary table and interfere in that match and try to give her girl Amber Rodriguez the win over the Bionic Beast. So you stay on commentary, Miss Brittany Nicole. You know, Holiday needs you. Y'all gotta keep count of the chops. You know, hashtag chop night. Hashtag I guess it's gonna be hashtag run it back. If you don't hashtag it, it ain't happening, right, Holiday? Alright, what next? We got Miss 5 Foot Fine, sweeter than wine, straight out of your mama's kitchen, Red Velvet. She is back at Mission Pro Wrestling, and she's been really stirring it up on AEW over the last few months, having some great matches with some great competitors. She's going to take on Rochelle Chanel, and I know that Rochelle had a match on AEW Dark a couple of weeks ago against Penelope Ford. She came up short, but it was a good match. I enjoyed it. I think Red Velvet is going to be very hungry for a victory here because when she was at the last Mission Pro Wrestling show that she competed at, Hell Hath No Fury, she came up short against Maddie Rankowski. And I'm just going to say it right now. And I know if Maddie sees this, she might destroy me. But Maddie, I have seen the reality now. Okay, you've given me a reality check, and I'm cheering for you from now on. Okay, so don't worry about that. But I did pick Red Velvet to beat Maddie, and Maddie beat her with a roll-up, I believe. So I think Red Velvet is really going to be more determined than ever to get a victory in Mission Pro Wrestling, and I am picking Red Velvet to win over Rochelle Chanel. Red Velvet won by a big margin on my poll, 91.4%. And by the way, I want to thank if anybody who took any of my polls sees this video. I want to thank you all very much for participating. It really means a lot to me. So let's see. So I got Red Velvet for the win. Killer Kate defeating Miranda Gordy to become the SWE Fury Women's Champion. Thunder Rosa over Baby D, but if Baby D wins, I have no problem with that. Jenna Lynn and Aaliyah Mia defeating Skylar Slice and Kalista. And I got Killer Kelly over Kimberly. So let me just mark those down because I don't want to repeat myself, even though I just did. That's just helping me a little bit mentally, you know, and reviewing everything with all of you as well. Let's see. Rachel Rose, all hail the Queen of House Rose. She will take on Elena Black's tag team partner Blair Onyx in a no disqualification match where anything can happen. I wonder if my good friend Dr. Rob Stinson and his wife are going to have anything to do with this match since there's no disqualification. But I don't know. I know Rachel Rose fell short to Elena Black at Hell Hath No Fury, so I think she is going to be more determined than ever to get a victory here. I see Rachel Rose defeating Blair Onyx, and I really hope that happens, and I know I'm not the only one, because Mr. Brian Cervantes, who is going to try and weasel his way out of this because Elena Black was supposed to be wrestling Rachel Rose, but she can't be there for reasons out of our control. Mr. Brian Cervantes, he said that if Rachel Rose won, he would bend the knee. But now that it's Blair Onyx instead of Elena Black, he's going to try and get out of it. No, sir. Okay? You will bend the knee when the Queen of House Rose wins this match. Let's see. We got 2 matches to go. This next match is going to be the main event, probably. La Rosa Negra versus Lacey Ryan for the Mission Pro Wrestling Championship. Lacey Ryan is a beast. I ranked her #1 uh, over the last 3 shows. Mission Pro Wrestling sent out a tweet and asked, what are your power rankings? Who are your top 5 people? And I ranked Thunder Rosa #2. And anybody who knows me knows how much I love Thunder Rosa. But Lacey Ryan has such a dominant performance at Tournament Out of Hell that I had to give it to her. She has such a great presence in the ring. She's very intimidating. But La Rosa Negra is an opportunist, and she has the moves. Believe you me, if you have not seen any of her matches, she is a very talented wrestler. And me and Brittany Nicole, we picked La Rosa Negra to become Mission Pro Wrestling champion months ago. Way back in October when this was it October? I don't know. Yeah, it had to be October or late September, whenever this tournament was announced. Anyway, um, we picked her to go all the way to the championship, and it's good to see our pick in the finals. And I think it's going to be La Rosa Negra winning the MPW title. So I can't wait to see that match. Now, the match I am looking most forward to, the match I saved for last on my polls. By the way, La Rosa Negra won at 67% on my poll, and Rachel Rose won at 69.6%. Okay, the match I'm saving for last because this is the match I'm looking most forward to because it's a match that's very near and dear to my heart, and it's a match that has a really great story. Maddie Renkowski, I think she just goes by Maddie now. She will defend the PPW women's title against top-tier Jasmine Allure. I know a few months back, Maddie won the PPW title. She became the first women's champion ever in PPW. She won it in a fatal 5-way. I believe she pinned Jasmine Allure to win that championship. And then Maddie was wrestling La Rosa Negra at Tournament Out of Hell to see who would go on to the finals for the MPW title. And La Rosa Negra had the referee distracted, and Jasmine Allure comes out of nowhere with the PPW title, and she smacks Maddie in the head with it, allowing La Rosa Negra to get the victory over Maddie at Tournament Out of Hell. Excuse me. And then a little while later, at a SWE Fury show, Maddie and Jasmine had a match. Jasmine came out on top. I don't think Maddie is going to allow that to happen again, especially since her championship is on the line. I do believe we will hear ring announcer Shaul Guerrero say, "Here is your winner and still the PPW Women's Champion Maddie at Mission Pro Wrestling Run It Back." So this match has a great story behind it, and it's very near and dear to my heart because I want to come on here right now and say thank you so much once again to Maddie for being such a great sport and for interacting with me so much during the show when I was sitting at ringside, even though I was cheering for your opponents. You know it's all in the fun of wrestling. You know, I thought you were going to be going against Rachel Rose, but I know that things got changed at the last minute due to circumstances out of everyone's control, and you went against Jenna Lynn in the first round of the tournament. So I went with, I guess, I don't want to be disrespectful to Jenna Lynn. I guess I'm going to call her the underdog in that match. I went with Jenna Lynn, and I had to go with La Rosa Negra because she was my pick to go all the way to the finals. But seriously, you Maddie was a big reason why Tournament Out of Hell was the greatest experience of my life, and I really appreciate you for that, and that's why I'm looking most forward to your match. Thank you once again for the for sending me the merchandise that I ordered off of your big cartel, and is that it? Yeah, that's it. That's the end of the card, and on a personal note, I don't want to get emotional, so I might not speak too much about this, but Mission Pro Wrestling really means a lot to me. Thunder Rosa means a lot to me. All the people on her team, all the wrestlers that I met at Tournament Out of Hell, they really mean a lot to me. Some special ones that I need to shout out that I want to shout out: Vert Vixen, Heidi Howitzer, Vanity, Ray Lynn, um, one other wrestler who was not at Tournament Out of Hell, but for reasons that I won't get into, I still need to thank the Insidious one, Sid. If you see this video, I really appreciate you very much. Thunder Rosa and Mission Pro Wrestling make me feel like I matter. So that's why I make these videos. That's why I created all these polls, and I share the hell out of this stuff at any and all times of the day that I can, because this is more than just about elevating women's wrestling, and it's more than just giving people opportunities in the wrestling business, not just inside the ring, but also as referees, commentators, working the cameras, putting the ring together, taking it apart. These people, they touch hearts. They touch hearts of fans like me, and I just want to say thank you. So I'm going to say one more time: Mission Pro Wrestling, run it back Friday, December 11th at Pinballz Kingdom in Buda, Texas, streaming live on the Title Match Network. I will be watching, and if you are one of the lucky fans in attendance, if you have never been to a Mission Pro Wrestling show, you are in for a treat. Believe me. Thank y'all for watching my video. Y'all take care, and best wishes.